Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohamed Rezal bin Mohamed, and I am going to explain the history of kayak in Malaysia. So for the first slide, kayaking is a relatively new activity in Malaysia, and its popularity has only recently grown in the country. The sport of kayaking is usually associated with adventure and exploration, and Malaysia has a lot of natural landscape that are perfect for kayaking, such as rivers, mangrove, and beaches. In the early 2000s, kayaking in Malaysia was primarily limited to whitewater kayaking, which was mostly done by a small group of enthusiasts. The Kayak Asia Paddling School, established in 2002, played a significant role in promoting the sport and training new kayakers. In 2006, the first international kayaking competition was held in Malaysia, called the Putrajaya International Dragon Boat Festival. The event saw participation from various countries, including China, Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand. This competition has helped to boost the popularity of kayaking in the country, and since then, the sport has continued to grow. Today, kayaking has become a popular recreational activity in Malaysia, with many companies offering kayaking tours and activities for both locals and tourists. There are also several kayaking clubs and communities in Malaysia and in university, like in UTP, that organize regular events and competitions. Kayaking is also becoming a popular sport among children, with many schools now offering kayaking as a core curricular activity. Overall, kayaking in Malaysia has come a long way since its early days, and the sport is now an integral part of the country's adventure tourism industry. That is all from me for my part. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aiman Fikri bin Musriful. My ID is 20,804 and I'm from Mechanical Engineering. So for my part, I will tell to you guys about the equipment that we should have before we go into kayaking. Before you get going, you will want to make sure you have all the necessary equipment. Kayaking can be a thrilling experience, but without the proper equipment, you will most likely find yourself widely unprepared and so. For the beginner, we should have kayak, life jacket or buoyancy aid, pedal, and last one is signaling whistle. So for the first one is kayak. This one may seems like a no-brainer, but it is essential to remember to bring your kayak when going kayaking. Depending on what type of kayaking adventure you are participating in, as well as the body of water you are kayaking on, it is important to choose the right kayak. So the next one is life jacket or buoyancy aid. No matter the experience of the paddler, some form of a personal flotation device should be worn at all times while kayaking. In the rare event in the kayak tips, this flotation device can save your life. Next is pedal. Pedals range from recreational pedals to pedals specifically designed for whitewater kayaking and kayak fishing. It is important to pick a pedal that is compatible with your type of kayak and the type of kayaking in which you are participating in. Is signal whistle. In the event of an emergency while kayaking, if you cannot get yourself to safety, it is crucial to have a signal whistle on hand. So that's all from me about equipment that you should have before you going to kayaking.
Kiri, kanan. Okey.
10%. Okay. Okay, teh.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Afif Ikhmal from Mechanical Engineering, and I will explain about the do and the don'ts in kayak. For the first one, we always wear a kayaking specific life jacket, or so we call PFD, which is personal floating device. You need to choose a PFD, check product labeling for weight and size guidance. It should fit and snugly and not be possible to move the buoyancy aid. For the second one is never drink alcohol and pedal. This make you far more likely to lose your balance, be less aware of hazard and take silly risks whilst out on the water. Always wear appropriate clothing for the conditions and always carry an emergency kit. An emergency kit is critical for any paddler, whether you are a beginner or experienced kayaker. It's important to always have this on hand and should be part of your essential kayaking gear. Next one is learn basic kayaking safety skills. Before you go on kayak adventure, make sure you know how to kayak first. And check the weather and the water condition to make sure there's no hazard and avoid any incident. Choose a suitable kayaking location and never kayak alone. Make sure you always with somebody if anything bad happen. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mohamed Rezal, and I am going to present the safety precaution about kayaking. Kayaking can be a fun and exciting activity, but it is essential to take necessary safety precautions to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience. Here are some important safety precautions to keep in mind while kayaking. For number one, wear a personal flotation device, or the short form is PFD. We have several types of PhD. A PFD is a must-have safety equipment when kayaking. It helps you afloat in case of an emergency and is a life-saving device. So for number two, we have to check whether the condition is in a good condition and safe for us to kayak. Before kayaking, we have to check the weather and forecast and avoid kayaking in bad weather or rough waters. High winds, storms, and strong currents can make kayaking dangerous. That can be life-threatening. For number three, choose the right kayak. Choose a kayak that suits our level of experience and the water body that we are kayaking in. Recreational kayaks are ideal for beginners and calm waters, while white waters kayak are best suited for experienced paddlers in rough waters. For number four, we have to familiarize ourselves with the water body. Before kayaking, we must familiarize ourselves with the water body, its currents, rocks, and obstacles. We must plan our routes and avoid areas that may be unsafe. For number five, we must always carry a whistle with us. A whistle is usually attached together with the PFD, the personal flotation device. A whistle is a simple but effective safety device that can alert others in case of emergency. For number six, we must always stay hydrated. Dehydration can cause fatigue and affect our ability to paddle. We must carry enough water and stay hydrated throughout the trip. For number seven, we must carry a first aid kit. Accidents can happen, and it is always better to be prepared. Carry a basic first aid kit that includes bandage, antiseptics, and any medication that we might need. For number eight, know your limits. We must always be honest with our paddling skills and our physical abilities. We shouldn't take more than what we can handle to avoid any unnecessary risk. For the last one, we must stay with the kayak. In case of capsizing, stay with the kayak and use it as a flotation device. Avoid trying to swim to shore, as it may be farther than it appears. By following the safety precautions, we can enjoy a safe and memorable kayaking experience. That's all from me. Thank you.
In this segment, I'll be discussing the importance of water safety, awareness, and a few tips to keep in mind. People should learn to be safe in the waters before doing activities such as kayaking or swimming. Learning the fundamentals of water safety can keep dangerous situations to a minimum and could save many lives. Some tips to be shared include wearing a PFD, a personal flotation device, checking the weather forecast prior to doing any activities, avoid consuming alcohol and drugs, always keep hydrated, learn to be comfortable in the water, and lastly, learn basic water rescue skills. You can enjoy a safe and rewarding kayaking adventure by paying attention to these water safety suggestions. It's crucial to keep in mind that water conditions can change fast, thus safety depends on being ready.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamed Faris bin Zulhari. My ID number is 20,579. And today I will present about self-rescue. So what is self-rescue? Basically, if you are alone and find yourself swimming, you will have to perform a self-rescue to get back in your kayak. So firstly, set up your paddle float, flip the kayak, use your paddle as an outrigger, pull yourself onto the kayak and slide into the cockpit. So let's go into the detail. So firstly, as soon as you back into the water from drowning, get a hold of your paddle and the kayak and grab your paddle float. Hook your leg inside the cockpit to free up your hands. Slide the blade into the floats and make sure to attach the clips to secure the paddle. So to get the kayak upside, reach under the boat and grab the cockpit combing on the far side. Pull it towards you while you push up on the near side of the kayak. Then move to the stern and lay your paddle behind the cockpit with the blade just on the far side of the combing. Hold the paddle and the combing in one hand to keep it in one place and reach across the deck to find something to hold on to. Climb onto the paddle and slide into the cockpit, then lean to the paddle to gain stability, then sit. Then you can pump the water out of the boat and put your skirt back on. Assalamualaikum.
Go there. Peluk Putet, peluk. Mantap Putet. Peluk Putet, peluk kaki. Mantap. Nice Dewa. Katak kaca. Tunggu sampai dia ambil pedal. 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 Bodoh jangan sentuh bodoh. Terbalik. Nice. Alright. Mantap deh. Tamatlah kelas kita hari ini. Macam mana?
So this is how
Mandi saya ingat. Jangan. Lagi within 3 minutes. The capsize. Saya rescue within 3 minutes. Mandi. Sabar. Mandi. Siap-siaplah pasti.
aku rekod untuk kau.
Laju korang kat saya dia. Guys, remember that self-rescue. Tapi simpan ni kita kena rakam kan? Start equipment.